The West Coast Airshow near Saldanha Bay in the Western Cape has ended in tragedy after a small aircraft crashed this afternoon. Plumes of smoke could be seen near the crash site. It's understood that firefighters have responded to the incident and have since extinguished the blaze. They are still at the site of the crash, and we get further details now from our reporter, Sphiwe Hobasi, joining us now. Sphiwe, as the cleanup operations are going and firefighters have been fighting the blazes, what do we know about the incident?
Good evening, Oliver, and to the viewers at home. What we know so far is that at around 3 p.m. afternoon, that's when the West Coast Airshow came to a tragic end when that light aircraft went down. So from what we could see from a video that is widely circulating on social media platforms is that the plane was flying horizontally, and then it made some form of an acrobatic maneuver and flipped 180 degrees. And while it was trying to come back now to its original position, that's when it went nosedive towards the ground. It then disappears behind the buildings, which I assume are hangars at the Saldanha Bay airport, where the show was taking place. And then a few seconds later, that's when you actually see those flames coming up behind the hangar buildings. And like I'm saying that, unfortunately, that tragic incident was captured on a video, and that is currently circulating on Facebook. By the time I arrived on the scene at about 4 p.m., the blaze had already been extinguished. I could see from a distance the charred remains of the plane itself. And I think also what helped is the fact that the fire services of the municipality are actually stationed at the Saldanha Bay airport. So therefore, I should think in that process, quick response was able to be activated to try and fight that blaze. But unfortunately, even though we're still waiting for confirmation from the police, but what we are hearing is that it appears as if the pilot unfortunately lost his life in this incident. And when I got there, what I could see was throngs of vehicles coming out of the show, and those are spectators that were leaving. From what we understand, there was over 2,000 people that had attended this two-day event that takes place annually here in Saldanha Bay around this time of the year. And you could see cars, long queues coming out, heading towards the gate. But I have to say that it was a very calm. In fact, if you didn't know what was happening, you would think that it was just a normal thing where the day was ending and people were going home. But yes, upon closer inspection, that's when you would see from a distance that there was some sort of a scene and that emergency personnel were working on it.
Other than the suspected loss of life of the pilot, are there any other injuries reported?
Not at all from what we've heard at this stage. And also, it happened a bit far away from the show itself where the spectators were. And like I'm saying, that the scene where the crash happened and the spectators is actually divided, if so to speak, by this long range of building hangars. But even from those hangars, it happened a distance away from them. So there was no damage reported on the building hangars, and then there was also no damage that could be seen, from where I was standing. But as far as we know, it's only the pilot that unfortunately lost his life in this incident.
Yeah. Sphiwe Hobasi, thank you so much for your time and your insights and giving us that report from that tragic incident. Really do appreciate it.